has it been?
It's been like since February.
It's been a minute.
It's been 5 months.
It's your fault.
Uh, I cannot deny it.
See, see.
What did they used to say? If the glove does not fit, you must have quit.
Gosh, gosh.
Oh man,
A
it's
lot
been
has
a
happened.
minute.
It has been a
Yeah,
minute. A lot has happened since February.
a lot. I mean, yeah. I mean, apart from the 5 months, things have changed. A lot of things came out.
Mm-hmm.
Some things good, some things bad.
Sure, sure. Who you telling? Who
It's
you
on
telling?
everybody, man. Ever since the Acolyte thing, everything's been going downhill,
Let's
dog.
not even do that. Let's not even do that. Let's not talk about. Actually, we should talk about. I think so. I think yesterday we said we were going to do like all these separate podcasts,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna have to pick up the boys soon, ish, like in an hour ish or something like that.
yeah.
And I feel
We
like
could do like a quick,
yeah, we can
like,
do a quick recap of
touch.
like
Yeah,
everything that we've found interesting
yeah.
since February. I think the last podcast we did, like I was like complaining about not being able to go to WrestleMania, and then we ended up
We ended
going
up
to
going.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
We ended up going. We found
Yes,
tickets.
sir.
Um, it wasn't. It didn't have. It didn't. It was cool. You know what I mean?
WrestleMania. I enjoyed it. It was my first time going to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I was very, very excited. Very nice. Very nice. Um, especially seeing like the ending of it, like with Cody
Yeah, that was dope.
and Roman Reigns. I wasn't expecting the Undertaker to show up. Like I wasn't expecting to pull an Avengers and have everybody show up at the end.
Right. I mean, I was fully expecting Austin, but
Yeah.
then after reading everything, you're like, oh, that's why it wasn't him. It would have made sense. But then,
Yeah.
yeah, money
I
talks.
was I was expecting like okay maybe Seth Rollins maybe Dean Ambrose because of all the hype with the Shield and everything,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
especially because they played the theme right they're
And it turned out to be Seth Rollins.
yeah I was
Yeah,
just like oh I mean it was still good to see
it
like
was
that.
good. I mean, I do
I've never
feel
seen the Shield intro live, so that was still cool. I was like it clicked off a lot of boxes that you'll never see live until it was like oh this is a bargain
I really thought I would never see the Undertaker's entrance. But we
right.
we technically didn't see his entrance, but we did see him.
What do you mean we didn't see his entrance? We did. I mean
No, we just heard the gong. The lights went out. They came back
yeah.
on. He was in the ring. He choke slammed the Rock. The gong hit. The lights went out. When they came back on, he was
Oh,
gone.
you're talking about like his actual entrance,
Yeah,
like when
his
he
actual
walks through
entrance.
the. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
mean, it
I
was
was
cool.
consider.
It was cool. I
Yeah.
I mean, and just like so, just going back a little bit. So
Yeah.
in the last podcast, I think we were like, man, the tickets are so expensive. I
Yeah.
wanted to take my son and do all this other stuff, and eventually, we found tickets to go at what we thought were reasonable prices. I mean, we were way up
Hmm.
there though. We were pretty high. Um, Nonetheless, we could see everything, right?
Yeah.
So we also did NXT, Stand and Deliver, and the original plan was for us to go out there and just like book a hotel
Yeah.
and spend the weekend there. And I was gonna take my son, my oldest. We kind of did that. We scrapped the hotel idea because I was like, it's only a 2 hour drive. It's not that bad. In hindsight, though, we should have kept the hotel only
Yeah.
because I ended up paying that. Well, I mean, you helped out, but we ended up paying for all the freaking tolls because of the Easy Pass
That
tolls.
and also you remember you got sick?
Yes, well, I was leading up to that. I was leading up to that.
Yeah.
So like we took my son, right, my oldest. We went to NXT Stand and Deliver. He was there. For some reason, he wasn't really feeling it, and because I got that sense from him, he wasn't feeling it. I was like, Ben, do you want to come back tomorrow for WrestleMania? And he told me no. And
Hmm.
I told you because we all obviously we sat together, and
Hmm.
then like the entire rest of the show, like every so often, are you sure you don't want to come? No, Dad, I don't. On the way back, I kept asking him, and I think you asked him, if I'm not mistaken.
I probably did.
And then he was like, no, and then he wanted to do this thing with his mom, and I was like, all right, cool, cool, cool,
Mm.
cool, cool, cool. So then we had an extra Mania ticket. So I called my brother, right? And he was like, "Oh, I'm down. Yeah, sure." He's never been.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, my brother. I mean, he's been on the podcast before.
Mm-hmm.
If people still listen to us, if we're speaking to Ghost, I don't know. But he's in our Oni video, right? He's the taller one. He's not Dexter, the Angelo, the middle one. So he went, and there was this whole thing because then Ben found out that Angelo was going, and then Ben wanted to go, and like I was going through this like whole emotional roller coaster with him because he like, boo boo cried, and like then I felt like I just felt bad, and like I didn't want to go back and tell Angelo, oh sorry, you can't go. I'm taking that Ben, and like, and Angelo was like willing to give up his ticket. I didn't tell him that, but he was willing to give up his ticket. And I was like, no, I already told you. This is lesson learned, life lesson for my oldest son. Like once you say no, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, you make your decision. I did feel bad, and I was so willing. Damn, I just remembered I put some chicken nuggets in the air fryer for 15 minutes. Those things are probably crispy. Anyway, I just heard the air fryer go off. So, long story short, Angelo went instead of my oldest son, and he was so bummed out. So I'm going to take him to something eventually. It may not be a WrestleMania because I don't want him pulling it. I don't want to go to WrestleMania after I spent the money. But back to what you were saying, I end up getting sick. I wasn't sick Saturday for Stand and Deliver. I was Gucci. I was fine. And then the next day in the morning, I just was like, I was bad. Like I was so bad. Like I think I told you, I almost called you and was like, bro, I can't go. I can't go. But then it was in my car. There was no other way for you to get out there. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could have asked your sister and she would have taken you. Because it's just a 2-hour drive. Right? But then Angelo it would have been weird, So I was just like, whatever, fine. All right. I didn't take medicine like a dummy. I sure made Angelo drive. And the drive there was fun. It was, we always have a good time in the car, just laughing, talking nonsense and stuff.
Yeah, for
saying
sure.
things we shouldn't be saying. And but it's always in jest and it's always funny. Fun and games. But when we get there, we're starving. We're in Philly. We're gonna do it right. Philly cheesesteak, because I got the Philly cheesesteak at the stadium the night before. Bad idea. It was awful.
It was dry.
It was so
dry.
That was. And obviously when you go to an arena or a stadium, prices are like exponentially higher than what you would at a regular place. But we went to what is it called? Reading Terminal Market.
Yeah.
Packed.
Right where the convention center is.
Packed. So freaking packed. I was just like, and I was miserable. I was like, I hated being there. And then like
I think it was also the would you get a green smoothie? I think what triggered everything.
It was like this weird like lemongrass lemonade type thing, and that completely voice gone right after. Like shot. My voice was
you were like you weren't there yet, but you were like, okay, he's sick.
Yeah.
But after that,
my voice was just like, raspy.
Yeah,
but it wasn't gone.
Like, it's over.
Nah, but we really wanted the Philly cheesesteak, and I think at one point you were like, "I'm just hungry."
No, and then we got out the line. No, you guys got out the line.
It was a long ass line to that Philly cheesesteak spot.
Hey man, I was gonna wait though.
Dude,
that kebab was not worth it though. I'll tell you that.
I mean, my food wasn't that great, but I was hungry, so I was just like, whatever. I'll eat whatever.
I was more impressed with the free. What did they give us at the convention center from WWE that I drank?
Oh, the
drink?
C4. The C4.
Yeah, the energy drink. I was like, that's all I needed.
Oh, and then we go to like WWE The World. I was so mad. It was a waste of $60. I hated it. The one I went to in Dallas when it was WWE Access was way better, and it was $10 to get in. So I don't know what's going on with WWE and their prices. The prices are going up for some reason. I know, inflation is a thing or whatever, but goodness, like that.
But the lack of not the lack of quality, but like
at least for me, yeah, it was just kind of like. Well, to be fair, when I went, it was like 30 years of the Undertaker, and they had that little thing, that I got to go to. And
Hulk Hogan was there.
There are always superstars there. It was cool. It just was kind of like lackluster. I don't know. But also, I think it's because I was feeling like Yuki was just like, I mean, you got some cool stuff.
I did. I was able to get a graded Finn Balor autograph trading card
Hmm.
and a part of the canvas from what is the event called they did in Saudi Arabia? King of the Ring?
They, it's so many of them. So it's King of the
It's
Ring. It's
it's
also Crown
well
Jewel.
I don't think it was Crown Jewel. I think it was King of the Ring.
So King and
But
Queen
I
of the
got
Ring.
I got the canvas, so part of the ring from Asuka and Bianca Belair's match where Asuka
Hmm.
won.
Hmm.
So I have a piece of that and it's autographed by Asuka. I had to flex on a couple of my friends. I was just like, "Oh, you like Asuka?" Boom.
Who?
I have a friend who's he's one of my nephew's friends, and
Oh,
then
okay, okay, okay.
my nephew told him he was like, "Oh, you know, he's going to WrestleMania," and he's like, "What?" And so, I was sending photos to my nephew just for him to upload in the group chat, which was hilarious because they thought I brought him along,
Hmm.
and he was like, "You're there too," and he was like, "Yeah."
Dude, are you? Do you want to go to Vegas?
I low key kind of did want to go to Vegas, just because it's in Vegas. It's like
I mean, I don't care that it's in Vegas. I mean, I kind of it's during spring break,
exactly.
so I mean, I kind of want to go. It's just I don't want to pay those prices again, man. In Vegas, I'm pretty
I
sure
know a
it's not
couple other
cheap,
people want to go.
huh?
I know a couple of our friends that want to go.
Is it the same people that said they wanted to go last year with us and they nothing happened with them?
It was one of them, and then my sister wants to go.
Your sister wants to go?
Yeah, but she wants to go to Vegas. She doesn't
Oh,
like she doesn't. It's like she wants to go to Vegas, not to the.
oh, not to WrestleMania.
Yeah. So I mean,
I mean, we should
that's
all
still.
go. We should all go.
Yeah, I mean that's still saving money on like expenses and the hotel and whatever and the housing or whatever.
We can all go, bro.
As I'm down,
Yeah,
I
we
want to
can all go.
go. I want to lose all my money in the casino
I
too.
mean, not me, because I'm already going to be. I don't want to say losing money, but spending a good amount of
And be like,
money.
ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
We
I
can
mean,
talk
let's
about
go
it
gambling.
offline. We can talk about it offline. But back to the
I bet
WrestleMania
it. Yeah.
experience. Like for it being your first WrestleMania, I kind of felt bad
Uh huh.
that we didn't do the 2 nights in the whole because it was just so expensive. So that's why I was like, all right, we'll go to NXT Stand and Deliver. That was like my makeup for not going Saturday.
I'll be honest with you. I did like Santa Deliver because I did get to see Axiom and the other dude. I
Hmm.
can't remember. They lost. I was the one thing I was mad about is that they lost that match
But
there,
then didn't they
but
win
they
it like
won it.
following week or
They won
something?
it exactly. I was like, y'all couldn't just let them win at the pay-per-view,
That's
guys.
stupid.
Like,
I don't
really?
like that. I don't like when they do stuff like that.
I was like, they literally won it on Tuesday, so they kept the title for like.
Right, that following Tuesday.
Yes, they kept the
That's
title for three
dumb.
days. I was
That's
like, there's
dumb.
no way. Like, yeah, really couldn't give them the titles that day when I was there in the crowd.
The thing
I
about
hate
NXT,
it.
the thing about NXT is like I don't really know nobody in NXT because I don't really watch
Yeah.
it. I mean, I keep up with WWE like in
Hmm.
passing. I like the WrestleMania season because that's always hyped. Because storylines are always
Yeah.
really good during. Well, not always, but the last couple of years have been really good and really solid. Um, so like I really get on like the WWE bandwagon during WrestleMania season or SummerSlam.
You
SummerSlam is always pretty hyped too, and the
you know
Royal
what I will
Rumble is
say that I
part of.
enjoyed?
Huh?
You know what I'll say I did enjoy
Hmm.
was so when we got to WWE World, there was this like jumbotron sort of entrance that you could do.
Oh yeah, we didn't do that,
We didn't do that, but
but it
I
was
thought that
cool.
was cool. I thought that because it was almost a 1-to-1 sort of scale.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like you had the whole like entrance the way it is. They had the
Honestly, I think if I didn't feel like crap, I may have enjoyed it a little bit more, and I may have been willing to like.
oh I definitely would have put you in there. I definitely would have put you in
I
there.
would have been. I may have like been willing to do like an entrance thing, but then also I was like, there's too many people. You know how I
Yeah,
am with
I
so many people.
yeah.
So,
It's a lot of
but I
people. It
mean, but
was
I did ask you and Angelo if you guys wanted to do it, and both of y'all were like, no. So
no, because I was like, you see the people there. There was this one dude who dressed up like completely to Cody,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I was just like, we can't compete against that dog. We
The
lost.
the cool. The cool part though is when you see the kids do it. Like I would have totally
Yeah,
loved Ben
yeah,
like him doing something like that.
and yeah, they had
Well,
everybody's
you know what? I did like one thing of WWE World. Looking at all the ring used titles. That was pretty cool.
Yes, that's what I was gonna
That was
say.
pretty cool.
I was like, It's within grasp. I just break the
Yeah,
glass.
but when you and Angela were like, man, the way you have yours displayed is way better than how these are displayed. I don't know why that tickled me. I thought it was
Yeah,
just
I
so
was
funny.
like,
I'm like, we're talking
yeah,
about
because I was
a
like,
multi-million, maybe $1 billion company, and you're saying that my little ass display in my house looks better than this one. You guys are funny.
hey man, the white boxes don't look good, man.
I mean, you see stuff like more clear. You know color
Yeah,
science, bro. You're a
yeah,
graphic designer.
and then
Um.
also like
Uh huh.
they look dirty on the inside, not even the outside. Like I know the glass will get smudged because people are
Yeah,
there and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
but like the inside of the box looked dirty,
Yeah, I think they just reuse those. I think that
and I was just
they just
like,
reuse that crap.
ew.
But that was that.
I,
And then what else did we do? Oh, we had so much time to kill between WWE World and like an actual like WrestleMania Sunday. So we were like, what are we gonna do? Like we went to like what did we do? We went to the
so
movies.
yeah, so I was about to say well before that somebody got cold and was like, hey man, I need to buy a sweater.
Oh yeah, Angela was freezing. It was Jack Cole though. I ain't gonna lie. It was Jack Cole.
um,
We did go to
so
H&M. Yeah, that's why. And then we went to a CVS and I bought some medicine and I chugged it like it was
yeah,
juice.
yeah.
Man, I
Then we
have
went to a movie theater.
listen.
We
I
saw
don't remember.
Ghostbusters.
Y'all saw Ghostbusters. I saw that
No,
right from
I
my
didn't even
eyelids, bro. I
see.
knocked
Dog,
the hell out.
dog, I saw the beginning part of it,
That
and
movie.
then I
Look,
woke up at the end. I was
I
like,
already had
"Where
seen the
am I?"
movie, so I didn't really care. But to be honest, I don't remember the last time I knocked out in a movie theater the way I did. Like the little
Dog,
girls
I
running
got
back and forth in the aisle were pissing me off because they kept waking me up. But dude, I knocked
exactly.
out, dude. I was just like,
Dog,
I don't even think the first 15 minutes of the movie went by before I knocked out. And
I
then
just remember, like, I put up
what?
the what is it, the leg rest, because it was
But you
like
and
fully
Angelo knocked
automatic
out
shit.
too, though.
Yeah, I was watching the movie for like 5 minutes or like the first five, and I was like, "Yo, this is boring."
It was a good movie though.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not that it was like bad. I don't know if it's because we were just tired or we were just like, dang, they had nothing to do. And then I remember that week I was just recovering off of being sick because I was sick that whole like previous
Bruh,
week.
did you get me sick the day before?
No, because I was good already. I was already good that
Then it
day.
wasn't COVID because I got
It
tested.
wasn't COVID. I just had
Yeah, but
a
I'm saying
small
me too. It
cold,
wasn't
yeah.
COVID because I tested myself.
And then
Um,
I just remember I was like, yo, it's nice and cool in here. I got my feet up. I got my jacket as a blanket. I'm about
Dude, I knocked the hell out. All I know is that, like, I think you were snoring and that woke me up at one point. And I just remember, like, why you snore like that? And then I went back to
to.
sleep. Oh, man.
I
That
just
was
remember
fun.
waking up towards the end and I was like, who's this guy on the screen? How do we get here?
Oh, man. And then I was so mad, though. I think Angelo had me drive from the the movie theater to the stadium because he was like, make
Oh
a
yeah.
turn. And I was just like, we were stuck in traffic. Remember? I was so mad.
And we got lost for like a quick minute.
Yeah, I was so
Yeah.
mad. I was like, like we should have came earlier. We shouldn't have went to the movie. I hit dad mode real quick,
Because
and I was just
we
like,
got stuck in traffic in the parking lot. That traffic
yes,
was
that blew
insane.
me, man. I think it blew me is just because like we were so close, and it was just taking so long.
It
And I
was
think
both leaving and getting into the venue. I remember that as
the
well.
leaving part that was the
Yeah.
worst too. Oh my god. Well, anyway, we'll get to that. But remember the lady? She pissed me off, man.
Oh, she was like, "Yeah, go that way, go
Yeah,
that way."
yeah. Hold on, we'll get to that. I just
Yo,
remembered. So,
so
so
there's
we finally
all the
get
way to the
parking,
back.
right? We finally get parking. We get to the stadium. I remember you guys so mad at me and Angelo because we didn't take the elevator and we walked up the
It
ramp.
wasn't the elevator. It was like this elevated ramp, this electric ramp thing. And I was like, dog, we could just get on that thing. Nah, let's go up the ramp. I was like, bruh, what the fuck? We gotta
It took
go all
forever.
the
I'm not gonna lie.
It
It was
took
like at least 10
forever.
minutes walking up. I might be
Because
exaggerating. We
not only
maybe me
that, but
mess.
we had to go all the way up. It
Yeah.
wasn't just like,
You were so
oh, it's just
mad. You said when we got to the top, you were like, F you guys, and went and got a beer.
yeah, I was like, this ain't it, dog. I ain't wanna do all this
You got your
walking,
steps in though. You're
dog.
welcome.
Nah, dog. I would have got my steps in regardless, dog.
Nah,
Especially how high we got up to. Yeah,
dude, it was so high.
yo,
But you know what? You
when
know
we
what
got up there,
disappointed me about
yeah.
WrestleMania, and we talked about it. The stage for the 40th,
Oh
it
my
was just so
god.
small, bro. I was like, y'all should have done something better. Like, are y'all saving money because of the whole Vince thing? Like we
It
need to
looks so
keep this money in our
generic.
back pocket. Overall, the show was good. I mean, I was dying up there though. Like, I was just like,
You know what else sucked was like the lights that they placed, and it was like I don't know if you remember at like
oh yeah, that
the
blew
lights are.
me.
I was like, yo, there's no way this is real. That they just like really said, hey, man.
So for our non-listeners, we're sitting. If you've ever been to a WWE event, you guys know that at the very top they have these lights, right? Like that surround the ring, and they light up the crowd, they light up the ring, they do all that stuff. In our specific section, there was one light that was just like beaming at us, and we couldn't. Well, we could kind of see, but it was just so bright and so obnoxious that people
Yeah, it was
started
just in the
chanting
way.
like "Turn the lights off" or whatever the hell we were chanting. It was just
They were saying it a bit, you're saying it a bit nicer.
yeah, yeah,
They're saying something else.
yeah, yeah.
And I
They
was
they
just like,
turned it
that's
off
funny.
eventually. Eventually, I'm like, can somebody text Triple H to turn this damn light off? Um, it was cool though. The event itself was fun. WrestleMania is always, even if you're not into wrestling, I feel like
Hmm.
the whole experience with the lights and the music and the pyro and like the spectacle, as they say, of WrestleMania is always fun. Like this is my third WrestleMania, and I mean, it doesn't disappoint. I mean, aside from like the stage, but everything else, like the matches were pretty solid. The matches were pretty cool. I was freaking psyched when I already had lost my voice. Did you ever catch me on video with me like
Yeah.
yelling with nothing coming out, like no
Yeah, I
sound
did.
coming out?
I did.
I was like,
I have
oh, The
I have
Rock.
the yeah, the Undertaker.
Oh
And it's just
man,
like
I was so psyched. Like the whole show though, I was kind of just dead. Like I had my hoodie on and like you know how the hoodie has the little
hmm
the pull
the
string and I just
drawstrings, yeah.
then all you see was my like my eyes and my nose. And I was just sitting there miserable. I was so miserable. But when the main event came on, Cody came out. Entrance was pretty cool. Roman Reigns entrance was pretty cool.
Hmm.
John Cena coming out, I didn't really care. Seth Rollins coming out, you know,
I liked it because he
broke his
came on the
knee.
Shield.
When the
Yeah.
Rock's music hit, I turned into a little schoolgirl. I said, "The Rock, Undertaker, the Undertaker." Like my voice was gone by that point. But overall, the experience was pretty cool. I mean, we didn't get to do what we originally intended to do. Like we wanted to do this whole vlog thing, and that
Hmm.
just didn't work out because I got sick and like we didn't end up staying there. But if we do the Vegas trip, I think we should do it right.
Yeah, I feel like I want to, record us going to the airport type thing, B footage there, blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
B roll. Yeah, I think we should do that. I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun trip. It'll be a fun trip if it's everyone you're saying that might go.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, but leaving the stadium was a pain in the ass.
Dog, when that we
When
so
that
we got
we were so listen, people. When I tell you we were so close to being out, and then this one stupid heifer directed me the wrong way. And I was so mad. I was so mad. We lost what, 20 minutes?
more.
You think
It
so?
was like I think it was
She
more
said, "Oh, you
because
want
we
to go
were in
that
the
way?" I'm like, "Is Can I get out that way?" She's like nodding yes, and I'm like, "Okay, cool. We go that way." The road is closed at the
roads
end,
closed,
so we had to bust
car
a U,
parked, like yeah.
and we had to wait for all the people that I cut off got to leave before me. I think that irritated me even more because we were laughing at them like, "Ha ha, you're stuck here." They ended up
Mhm.
leaving before us. But just even like
Exit.
just like leaving the stadium, and I think Angelo fell asleep. I don't even know if you fell asleep, but he
No, I
woke
can't fall
up.
asleep.
He woke up and we were still there.
Yeah.
So, note to the wise: as soon as you hear 1, 2, 3, ding 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 ding, get out of there.
Yeah.
Get out of there because you're gonna be stuck in traffic. Um, so that happened. That was all in what, April? Um,
Yeah.
what else did we say
Yeah,
we
yeah,
were talking
April.
about? Anything else you
Oh,
want to
oh, and
add
then
about the WrestleMania trip?
I was gonna say. I mean, apart from that, I enjoyed getting my hat, my WrestleMania hat. I didn't get my
Oh
shirt,
yeah.
but I got the hat.
Yes, because we waited too long. I mean, you
Yeah,
asked me when I went to go to the bathroom. You asked me. I said, "This line is so long, bro."
and I was at first I didn't want it, but then I saw it said I was there at WrestleMania, and I was like, I was there. I was there.
You shut up. Oh, I
Like
got
I
Ben a
didn't want it
champion.
at
I
first.
got Ben the world
You
heavyweight
get that
title,
Ben,
the
yeah.
kids, because I really wanted
The,
something for him like that to surprise
mm-hmm.
him. Um,
It kind of sucks that what's his name, Drew McIntyre won the title
that
and
was
lost
so
it.
funny.
Yo,
I
I
laughed
kind
so
of I
hard.
was like, yo, I was laughing that he was tweeting while working, and he's like, yo, this is boring.
That was so
and,
funny,
and
bro.
then he lost it, and I was like,
That's so
yo,
funny. How big is the arena that they're going to for next WrestleMania? Let me
I
see.
don't know. You gotta check that out.
I'm about to pull it up right now. So it's in Vegas, and it's like later in April though. It's like usually WrestleMania has historically always been like last week of March,
Mm-hmm.
first week of April. It's literally like second to third week of April, like April 19th and the 20th. Oh, Allegiant Stadium. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get tickets for this because we're gonna have to buy them. Well, I don't know if last year is any indication. It, my plan didn't work. So, do you think their tickets are gonna go on sale at the end of August, like last time?
I hope not.
Because
That's too
usually they
soon
go
for me.
to sale in October, and
Yeah.
like my funds for the rest of this year is like called for, but
Yeah, bro. I'm trying to travel too. I'm trying to. That's another thing we
you are
might do.
traveling. What are you talking about?
I know, but I'm trying to go to other parts unknown. You know.
Get out of here.
I'm trying to,
Oh,
that might be
dude,
another
they have a
log that
pre-sale
me and Dexter might
registration.
do. That's a lot. That's gonna be like golden pass only.
Um, Complete the form below to be the first to receive exclusive pre-sale information for WrestleMania 41. Did I do this? I didn't. I don't think I did because I was like, I'm not going. I'll do it now though.
I'm not going. Why am I gonna do this now?
I'll do it now though. I just
I,
I might not have the funds for it though, but
I know. Why can't they? Why won't WWE take an IOU, dog?
I mean, we got stuff, we got life, man. If I do this, I'm gonna have to
WWE
cancel
has money,
every
dog.
figure I have pre-ordered for this year.
Hey, man, I've been telling you to do that since the beginning.
Thank you for registering. We'll be in touch with information about your exclusive pre-sale code for WrestleMania
Bow,
41 in
bow,
the coming
bow,
months.
bow.
They even text me.
They said boop boop.
Man, y'all press. Welcome to WWE Message and Data. Rates may apply.
Boom.
Yeah, Ben can't go. Ben can't know that I'm going.
Hey, man, that's you, dog. You gotta let him know, or you gotta let him not know.
No, he's not. I mean, maybe I might take him to that SmackDown that's coming in August to DC.
Yeah.
I wasn't really planning on it, but maybe. I don't know. Like I gotta get my car fixed.
Yeah.
And for our non-listeners, I got carjacked like 2 weeks ago.
Oh man.
And they jacked up my car, and my insurance is not covering it, so I have to pay out of pocket. I got a quote today, by the way.
Oh, did you?
An
Dang.
estimate just for mechanical work, $2,700. That's
How
not
much?
2,700, 2,700.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, no.
That's not including body work. That's just
Damn.
to get the car moving again. I'm like, golly. So, yeah, that sucks. But what else did we do? Did we do anything else? When did we go to
No.
GalaxyCon?
GalaxyCon was
In March.
In March as well. That was I think before
That was
WrestleMania.
before WrestleMania. So we didn't even do a podcast for GalaxyCon, did we?
No. It was pretty.
I hated it. With that line, dude, to get into GalaxyCon was worse. We got into WrestleMania way faster.
I did. I was just like, nah.
Oh my goodness!
Nah.
Not even New York Comic Con, bro, took us that long to. New York Comic Con, we were in like 10 minutes. It took us 2 hours.
Dog, the only reason I think we waited more time at the stop sign. Like, cause that was it. It was just quick. It was like, you got your pass? Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
And like,
so okay.
Galaxy, yeah.
So GalaxyCon is like it's it's a con, right, in Richmond, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, let's rewind. Getting there was the worst. Okay, so we live in the DMV area, and there was
Oh,
a.
I just
You
remembered
just
that.
remembered it was a
Yes, I just
marathon. I don't know what the f it was for,
there was a marathon.
but in my head, I didn't know that was going on, right? So in my head, we're gonna go to VA, we're gonna go through here, we're gonna. It
We're gonna
took
take the highway.
it
Yeah.
took an hour to get out of DC because all the streets were blocked, and we had to cut through. Where did we cut through? I think we tried to cut through Rock Creek, and then we went
Yeah,
to
it was
Wisconsin.
close.
Something. I mean, I don't remember where the f we were, but I just remember we lost an hour, and I was so
We ended
mad.
up going like basically all around.
We went all
We
around
basically ended up
DC.
going DC because we went through Rock Creek and then it was like and then we went through Wisconsin and we had to go roughly through Georgetown, which is towards
Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, we had to
Yeah,
go through all
we
that.
cut through the back of Georgetown.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And I was just so mad because we were even like gonna do a vlog in the car, another one we didn't get
Yeah.
to do. Like this vlog thing is just not happening. So so it's like WWE's ride along. We were gonna copy their thing and then we just call it our GalaxyCon ride along. We started it, but then I was just kind of like getting mad
we
and
we didn't
road rage and
that
engaged,
and
and
we
I was
didn't
just
have like a good way of sticking it on. Like I think
that
that
was
was the
my
other
fault.
part.
Yeah.
I mean, but still,
I mean, we
it
could
was
have done
funny.
something, but then Ben was in the back with my younger brother Dexter. He went with us, and like, all right, that sucked, right? So then we stop, we get some McDonald's. You and Dexter start the wrestling for some reason,
It's because
and
he was playing Tekken. He was playing like Tekken 8,
mhm,
and so basically one of the characters he plays this French dude or whatever as this spy as it's a fighting game, and I only play the Mexican character. I only play the luchador. He's like he just lucha libre. That's all he does.
mhm.
And so when me and Dexter play online, I always catch Dexter with that like power die, like a power bomb move. Like, he gets mad about it because it's like he can't cancel out of it. He can't. It's an unblockable move.
That's
So I just
funny.
grab. So it's
That's
I always get
hilarious.
him with that, and he always gets mad about that. He's like, "There's no way you got me on that." And I was like, "Dog, just get good, dog.
Jesus,
He's
just
you."
get good. So that's why I started wrestling in the parking lot at a random
Yeah, yeah,
McDonald's.
because he got because he bought a whole fight stick.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah. That stupid
you
ass
know
box thing, and I'm like,
yeah.
bro,
So that's like for the professional pro fighters that play the game competitively.
when's the last time y'all played it?
Oh, I don't know when's the last time. Like, so I don't play that game. Dexter has more hours on that game than I do,
Uh huh.
but I still end up beating him, and he gets mad about it.
He's such a sore loser. He's always been a
And
sore
then,
loser.
and then I'm like, dog, like I don't want to take the game serious because then I'm gonna just beat you every time,
Oh
and then
my
you're gonna be like, I
god.
don't want to play anymore.
But listen, anyway, so you guys start wrestling in the parking lot, and I'm like fumbling to get my phone out because I'm like also focusing on Ben. We're crossing a parking lot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, do it again, do it again, do it again. So you guys look like two doofuses, just like like tickling each other, basically. It was pretty funny. So like we do that. We finally get to AwesomeCon. I mean GalaxyCon. And are we doing AwesomeCon next year? We didn't do it this year.
We didn't do it this year
But
because
we said we were gonna do AwesomeCon because we hated. Well, I hated GalaxyCon, and I felt like the
it's
better guests
closer.
were
Yeah.
at AwesomeCon. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
keep getting derailed. But we get there, find parking, and like as soon as I see all the people, I'm like, yo, no, nah, no way. The line
That is
literally was
insane.
not only was it insane, it was like it wrapped around. Like it's hard to explain, right? So the line started across the street from the entrance of the convention center. And
Mm-hmm.
across the street, it wrapped up and down the block twice.
Yeah.
Then you cross the street. Then you, if I'm not mistaken, you had to go all
Down
the
the
way
hill.
down
Yeah.
the entire stretch of the convention to the back. Then it looped back around. Then all the way back up the entire stretch of the convention. Then we ended up on the other side, which did another, I think, 2 loops probably
Yeah.
until you were
You
able
know,
to get in. It
it
took
was
two
it was so
hours.
long.
I
It was like
listen. Only I'm gonna be look. The only reason I didn't get back in my car is because y'all paid for it. out of y'all money, y'all pocket. If I had paid for everything, hell no, we're going home. Let's go. Nah, get the hell out of here.
The
We
only
ain't
thing
waiting
that
for you.
was making me like the saving grace for me in the line was that because Ben with us was with us.
Uh-huh.
He tried to open every door
Yeah.
to get us
Well,
in.
because I sent him. I was like, Ben, go open the door. Go open. And there was one
Yeah,
that
man, it was.
opened, but we didn't realize it was like to some random parking lot.
Yeah, it was into the actual convention center, and then we even got in, and then like I think we spent more time outside than getting in like the actual line, like to get the passes.
Dude, that and it was
And then the
so
people,
hot.
it was hot. People started arguing behind us. They started fighting. They were about to
Yes.
fight,
Well, that's when we were
and I
already
was just,
inside, but then Ben had to pee, so I had to step out of line, walk
mm-hmm.
like half a block away from the convention center and have him pee in some bushes because I didn't find a bathroom. Then bring him back and get back in line. I really was trying to sneak in that jump. I ain't gonna lie. I was so irritated that we waited 2 hours to get in, and it was like, all right, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think out of, I mean, you met Rikishi. That was cool. You got a
Oh
photo of
yeah,
Rikishi.
true. Funny story. Me and Ben were gonna take a picture with Rikishi, and then the closer we got to him, the bigger he got. So Ben kind of freaked out and like, I don't want to take the picture anymore, and ran off. That was pretty funny.
And then you had a you know what is that, a big ass smile. I was like,
I
this is
sure
the
did.
first time.
Yeah, I
I was
felt
like, this is
bad for
the first.
Sabu though. He was sitting right there, and nobody
Yo,
wanted to take a
I was
picture
like,
with him.
damn,
If I had more
dog.
bread, I would have been like, all right, I'll take a picture with you. But it would have been out of pity. I don't really like
Damn.
him as a wrestler. But they had
I
a
was like, if I
bunch of
did
people
get the
there,
whole thing, yeah.
and then
They had the whole or the majority of like the One Piece live action crew.
we saw Matt Hardy. We saw Lita
Matt
and
Hardy was
Trish. They were there.
leading Trish.
Ben
His
took a
wife
picture
was
with the dude
there.
from Blue's Clues.
Yep.
He was sized.
Um,
Um,
a lot of One Piece English voice actors were there.
I wouldn't even
Um,
know. I wouldn't
Yeah,
even
I
know.
saw them. I was thinking about it. So I actually, funny story. I think that same week, or like the week before, in the card games, one of the one of the decks came out and whatnot, and someone took it to AwesomeCon to get GalaxyCon to get it signed.
Oh,
And they like I saw it up because I have like a little like ping whenever like something goes on sale that says One Piece in it.
uh-huh.
And I saw that they put it up, and I saw the like because it tells you where it's coming from for the shipping location
Uh-huh.
to tell you how many days. And I was like, oh, it's like it's in Virginia, and I saw it was just like they were selling the box for like 1,000 something,
$1,000 for some cards, bro?
and I was just like, she ain't even the
You can't say
Japanese
nothing
voice
about me when I
actor.
buy my figures.
You act like I bought it. You act like I have that. Like I haven't
Nah,
spent
get
that
the hell
money
out
on
of here.
that.
Not for some playing cards.
But yeah, I was just like, that's crazy. And it's funny, he wasn't even selling the whole collection. He was selling that one card that was signed.
One card?
Yeah. And I was like,
How much was that one card going for?
that that card is worth like I think $2 normally.
Oh, $2. Okay.
But because it was signed, it was like he that's what he put the value at. But I was just like, I don't see the value in its voice actors are kind of hard, like because I have one of the rare cards, and I was gonna have the Nami actor sign it, but I was just like, do I want the Nami voice actor
I don't know who
or
the
like
hell
the
you're talking about.
actual the thing?
I already told you, One Piece, it's just too many episodes for me to get into it. Like, I'm never going to be
Dog,
able
but
to
you got
catch
that
up.
time, dog.
No, I don't. I work. Fool, what you
Yeah,
mean?
what you mean? Just put it on the background, dog, to catch
Jeez.
up.
1,000 some episodes. Get out of here. That's way too many. Anyway, back to Awesome Con. The food sucked.
Oh, that was hilarious, dog. No. When we saw the prices, I was like, nah, dude,
Damn, bro.
I'm good.
Imagine.
I'm
I was
good.
like, what the hell? And like,
Dog.
I guess like, I'm not, okay, so let me take that back. I can't say GalaxyCon sucked. It just wasn't for me. And the reason why it wasn't for me is because I went looking for like figures and I didn't
Oh
find
yeah,
any.
you found like two, no?
Yeah,
Then
but
they
I
were
didn't
like,
want those. You know what
yeah,
I mean? And then I ended up buying the Gunpla type Megazord thing, and I was
yeah.
like, I'm leaving here with something. And then I bought Ben his little
His Mario, Doctor Mario, right?
the
Or
Dr.
was it
Mario. What is that thing called?
an amiibo? An
And then that
amiibo.
thing. Bought him that. I was just like, I'm not spending $30 on this little thing. He cried and cried, and I was like, fine, and caved, and went and got it for him. And then like at the very end, like we go to like this other section, like I mean, before I get to the end, was there anything that you can say that stood out to you about GalaxyCon compared to like AwesomeCon?
Gamersubs.gg.
The hell is that?
The drink, remember?
Oh, the one that was called like titty milk or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Yo, what's it called? Yo, I like, for those that know, Gamersub is like an energy keto based drink. Like you replace it,
Do,
like for your Monster Energy and stuff. They have both caffeine and regular versions for it. Um, and so usually they sell it online, but they were at the convention at this time. They had the cups, they had the samples, and I was just like, I was trying all of them, and I was like, oh, this is pretty
but
good.
you didn't buy any of them though.
I did.
I thought you said you. I'm tripping.
I got it for free. Remember?
How?
Oh, you don't remember what happened?
No, I don't remember. You're gonna have to refresh my
Remember?
memory.
Remember the So it wasn't just them, but basically the internet went out at GalaxyCon.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
remember, vendors were like, no vendor was like taking any sort of digital payment, Apple Pay, Cash App, nothing, because they had no internet. And in a convention, there's typically no internet. It's kind of hard to get any
Well,
signal.
that was later, because when we
Yeah,
first
yeah, yeah.
got there, they were because
No,
that's
yeah,
how I
the
bought
first,
the
yeah,
stuff was with my card.
yeah, because I remember I think me and Dexter were gonna go halves on a box that they were selling there,
Mm-hmm.
but the lady was like, "Oh, only cash right now. We're not taking any sort of payment at the moment. They like everything went down. And I had gone to. They said that it was just them at first, and then other vendors started saying, "Oh yeah, we're out of." Like it slowly started like on everybody. Like everybody started
Yeah,
losing
because
signal.
remember I was trying to do the picture with for Ben, the Blues Clues
Yeah,
dude, and we had to do cash, so I had to ask you like, any y'all got cash? Because I didn't take cash.
yeah, yeah. I didn't have cash in either,
Yeah. Lesson learned: if
and
you're gonna go to
then
any convention,
take some cash with you.
take some
Any
cash with you.
convention in
Just do
general,
half
just
and
take some
half.
cash.
Because I remember when I went to New York Comic Con for the first time, it was no cash. Everything was
I
card.
like how I did the opposite. I
What?
did the same,
Right?
but they were like cash only,
Right? Oh yeah, it
and
was
I was like,
cash. It was cash only, no card. And
and I was
then
just like, I have
and then
everything on card, dog.
when we went, it was just like, oh sorry, nope, we're only doing card or something stupid like that.
Yeah, because I was like, I
So
don't.
just do half and half.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
Um.
And I feel like sometimes like these, like the actors and like the guests that come for photo ops and stuff like that, I think they fake with the internet going down. Like,
Mm,
because it always turns into cash only. Because when we went to New York Comic Con, the same thing happened.
mm-hmm.
We were only doing cash. They were only doing cash. And I was like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. But anyway, I'm sorry. Continue.
But long story short, I got I paid for it, right? I in good faith paid for it. Like I was just like here,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then the dude was just like, "Nah, I didn't go through." And I like because I had to use Apple Pay.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they show you your like if it goes through and whatnot, and it shows like, oh, it already marked my card
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it says my balance is not that anymore. So I'm like, yo, I showed him you know, the details, and I was like, dog, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. It says I pay for it.
Why don't I
I
remember this?
I bought it. Remember, I bought a shaker cup, and a flavor,
Oh, yeah,
one of
you
the
did.
flavor
You did.
things,
You
and
did.
it was called Lean. Remember?
So you like that better than the soda that we got at AwesomeCon?
No, 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 no,
The
no, no.
soda's pretty bomb, ain't it?
The soda. The only reason I liked it because it was I could get it there, and it was like I was able to try all the flavors. That's why I was saying that's the one thing I liked
Oh
about it
yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean,
because
they
they had
weren't
all.
bad though, but they taste like energy drinks.
I know, yeah, but I always get the non caffeine version.
Oh, okay. I don't know which one it was that I tried that I was like, this is good, and then you were like, I think that one's called titty milk, and I was like,
I
get
think it
out of
was
here.
that. I think it was the titty because it was the white one that you got,
Yeah, but it didn't look
and
like
I was
titty
just
milk.
like,
Looked like
ew,
something
it's
else.
from a dude.
I ain't gonna
But I
say
won't lie
nothing
to
though.
you,
I ain't gonna say no more.
I did like the soda from AwesomeCon, so we
The
might go
soda
back
from
just for that.
AwesomeCon, I don't
We
remember the
might go
name of
back
the
for just for
place.
that.
Well, if we're
I
going to WrestleMania, I
remember.
ain't going to AwesomeCon now that I think about it because I do want to take Ben and Ezra to Disney World next year, so I can only
Oh,
do
for
two.
sure.
You
If you
guys are
go,
probably
just
going to Disney too next December or
maybe
something.
I gotta see. I gotta see what the family says.
Yeah, but
'Cause,
yeah, I mean overall, GalaxyCon, yeah, it sucked for me at least.
I mean,
Like,
also there was like I know I don't know if you recall, but remember Dexter was like really pressed about finding cards.
I mean, it's not that it annoyed me. I think what annoyed me was like, it was the end of the day. We go to like the Marriott because they had another section there, and like we're leaving, and he's like, "Do you mind if we play a game?" I was like, "Hell no."
I mean, I
The games
didn't.
take like 2 hours. Get the hell out of here. We are leaving, and I was starving on top of that.
That was another thing that was pretty funny. Um,
He said, "We gotta." He said, "We can. We gotta go." You said you were tired too, though, bro.
I didn't. But that was Dexter. I didn't tell him like, oh, go tell your brother, let's go play a game.
Man, I was like, "You must be out of your damn mind, bro." It was like
He's
6:30, and I'm like, "We
he
can be
asked
here
me. He was
since
just
like."
like, do you think that Orlando might
I like
might
how
let us
he
play? And I
asks
was
you
like,
when he's my brother.
exactly. And I was like, I don't know.
You
Ask
ask your
him.
brother. I mean,
Yeah, and
he was right.
I
I
kind
said
of
no.
knew. I was like, I was like, I don't think
If we had gone there first, I probably
yeah.
wouldn't have minded, because then that means the line would have. That's what we should have done in hindsight. Now that I think about it, y'all stupid card games take like about an hour, hour and a half. That was just almost just as long as we were in line. So if we had gone there first, y'all would have had your card game. You may have seen more cards. I don't know. Then we would have
I
went.
think it was only that one tournament that they had. It was
Oh,
Magic. I don't think they were selling anything else. It was just like it was Magic.
oh, okay. I was thinking. I remember. I said I didn't want to go back to New York Comic Con. I wanted to skip this year.
Yeah.
Kind of want to go. I mean, I'm not going to be able to, but I am thinking about it. Unless tickets are sold out. No. I think I'm gonna wait. Maybe I'll do 3 trips next year. We'll do the Mania. I'll do Disney with the boys, and then maybe we can go to New York Comic Con next year.
Yeah.
But I I want to do multiple days. Well, no, I don't think so. Because when we went, we were there for 4 hours and then we bounced.
I know, but there's other things to do in New York, dog.
Yeah, I mean, we did
Like
spend the
so
night.
when I also went to New York for a concert.
Oh, the One Piece concert.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
went for Otto.
your end of March, early April was
And that was
packed.
nice.
It was packed. You
I
did
was
a
living
lot.
it, dog. I was living it. I was
Yeah, you
big
sure
boy money
were.
in
I
there.
was like, where he getting all this money from? Oh, he ain't got no kids. He ain't got no bills. That's what it is.
Financial freedom.
For now.
Hey man, I gotta live it while I can.
Man, this stupid car thing, bro. This is what like having me in the A right now. Anyway, but yeah, I was like, man, you went to that. Wait, what? No, which one did you do first? I mean, I guess the order
I
doesn't matter, but
I think we did GalaxyCon first. Then I went to the concert,
and then like
and
the week
then
after that, we went to Mania, or there was like
yeah,
a week break in
it was.
between.
I don't know which one was first. I think it was. I know. I think it was the concert, and then I went to Mania the other week.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to New York.
Because I was
We
like,
were there from like
I was like, let's instead of spending the money on the hotel, we can save that money because the hotel was already booked.
yeah.
I was like, we can save that money. It's not that bad of a drive, which it wasn't, because I drove there Saturday and back, and then the only reason why I didn't drive Sunday is because I got sick. But Angelo drove, and I drove back, so we didn't really have to stay in Philly.
Yeah.
So I mean, it
It would
kind
have
of
been
worked
cool.
out. Yeah, it would have. But then with Ben saying, "Oh, I don't want to go to WrestleMania," it worked out either way. But yeah, I mean, damn, I got a plan for this stuff. Fudge. I have other things I want to do though.
Mm-hmm.
I got the sorry 3% raise, but it's okay. I'm blessed. I have a job. Um. So
I was about to say something so out of pocket, but I guess I had to stop myself.
Stop it, man. Kid friendly, even though it's
No,
marked
it
as
wasn't even.
explicit. But
It wasn't even that. It wasn't even gonna be like rude or anything. It was gonna be wild, and I'll tell you after it.
text it to me. What else did we do since February? February. So we did GalaxyCon. We did WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
I think we haven't done anything since, but there have been some shows that come out since.
Yeah.
X-Men 97.
Yes. X-Men 97.
Freaking gold, dog. That so
I can't
good.
wait for I can't wait for the next season.
So good. I don't even want another season. You know why? Because this season was so good. I'm scared that the next season is going to be trash because they don't have the same showrunner.
True, true.
Apparently, he was into some weird OnlyFans thing. I don't know how true that is, but
I
and
mean, I
Disney
feel
was
like
like,
that's
"That's too weird for us. We're gonna have to let you go."
all toodles. He wasn't part of the
He
Muscatool.
said, "All toodles." I forget you're young.
Yeah, dog.
Crap. Um,
That's why when you be saying womp womp, it catches me off guard. I was like, how do you know that?
what womp womp?
Yeah.
Bro, that's old.
Nah, dog. That's for young people, dog.
Get out of here. So X-Men '97, solid show, so good. And I wasn't even like a original X-Men animated series. Like I watched
Mm-hmm.
it as a kid, but I wasn't like a huge fan. I was more of a Power Rangers type guy, Batman animated series type of guy. X-Men was good, but I didn't really like. I watched it like occasionally or in passing, if it was on Fox Kids. Who remembers Fox Kids? Was Fox Kids the thing when you were like
Yeah,
younger?
yeah. Fox Kids was a thing, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then it
Um,
turned into 4 Kids.
it turned into what?
4 Kids TV.
Ugh, that sounds whack. That sounds whack. Anyway, so are you? Did we not do a video or a podcast on the X Men?
No, we talked about it, but we never like got into it.
Oh my god, it was so. I mean, it's been like 2 months since the season finale, but man, Gambit dying. Spoiler alert. That episode, I said no, no, not Gambit, not like that.
I was just like,
I was like,
dang.
damn.
He said, "I'm done being your
And
Sherry."
Rogue. I can't F for her.
Yeah,
Can't F for her.
exactly, dog. I was like, really, dog. Cool.
Dying.
I enjoyed the series, enjoyed the time of it.
I enjoyed the animation. I thought I wasn't going to because it looked a lot simpler than the original.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the art style. I like the callback to like certain characters like Spider Man.
I was just about to say, I like the cameos, everybody that we
That's what the
see.
cameos. Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
that was
we
pretty
saw
good.
like a whole episode with Captain America, in it, and I was just like, damn.
I thought he was gonna be voiced by Chris Evans for some reason. I don't know why I was expecting that. But I guess he was voiced by the same guy from the '90s or whatever. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think overall it was really good. I'm excited for the next season, even though I said earlier that I kind of don't want one because the first season was so good, or this season of X-Men '97 was so good. I think the storytelling in it was good. It wasn't like cheesy and like, um, it didn't feel Disney, like if that
Yeah,
makes any
it felt
sense,
like its own thing.
you know. So I thought that was really good. Um, I don't really have anything else to say about it, but that it was
It was just
great.
a good show. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, it was amazing.
just watch it. Like, it's like all the story, like the narratives of the story like
Mm-hmm.
from every
Mm-hmm.
perspective of like the B
Mm-hmm.
sign story of like if you follow Storms or like Gambit and Rogues or Cyclops
Bro,
and
Storm, bro. That's my boo. Damn.
dog, I was so glad she got her
I
hair back,
I do
dog.
remember in the cartoons, Storm and Rogue were like, damn, they were baddies. Yeah, I know we're talking about cartoon characters, but when you're a kid, that's like, you know,
It awoken in something
if you
inside
know,
little
you
Timmy.
know. Yeah, but the way they did it this season, man, so good.
And even the ending of it, of like it's very X-Men-ish. Like I don't want to give out too much spoilers, but like
I mean, it's been a couple of months. Who cares?
yeah, like they did the Days of Future Past sort of reference with the crossboard
Mm-hmm.
where everybody's name is crossed out. It's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
because that's like one of the
Mm-hmm.
original covers from it, where you have I think Wolverine and either Kitty or what's this other Jubilee on it, and there's all the Sentinels, and you see the little
Mm-hmm.
like poster on the back of the X-Men saying like wanted,
Yeah,
killed.
Wolverine got effed up at the end of the season, though. He got
Yeah,
he should have just killed Magneto.
yeah, he should
He
have.
should have just finished it.
Yeah, and then
Magneto was also
Doctor
pissing me off.
Hit him with the brain blast, dog.
Magneto was pissing me off. In the cartoon, in the original ones, he used to piss me off too. It's like, man, I hate
I mean,
him.
but he was right though.
I hate him. Mr. Sinister. He was another
Oh,
dick.
my man he got what was coming to him. He said, "You're old now. Look
He
at
said,
yourself.
he ran.
Look at yourself." He's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm old." I was like,
Oh,
"Damn."
okay, but look, let's talk a little bit about the MVP of the show, Cyclops. Because that Cyclops was doing stuff in the jump that he hadn't done in the original ones.
Speaking of Cyclops,
and I didn't like Cyclops in the original because I felt like he was such a punk and such a goody two shoe, and like, you know what I mean?
He's a Boy Scout, yeah.
Yeah, Boy Scout, yeah. But in this one, he was pulling off some badass stuff, bro.
He had 2 wives, dog. That was crazy.
That's mad.
I was like, I'm trying to be like him, dog.
And then he was cheating on Jean psychically
with
Jean? The other one.
I was just like,
what was her name? I forget what her name is.
Marion, whatever. I don't know. Something weird. Madeline something.
Madeline.
Like it was something like that.
Know. But then she gets blown the hell up by that ugly ass Sentinel. Man, Genosha got jacked up.
Yeah.
Dudes were getting
I did like how Cable came back to it though.
Yeah, that was cool.
I wasn't expecting Cable to show up. I was
Bishop
like, he showed up at the end. I'm kind of mad that they sent Bishop off. Like, I get it, like, because he had to take baby Cable with him.
Yeah.
And he comes back at the end, and I was just like, dang.
When Cyclops hit him with his cyber optic blast or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And
optic blast.
And he powered
up and he sent that back. Yeah.
I said, damn, that was tight. I didn't know Cyclops' power comes from another dimension.
Yeah, optic blast. That's why he's an Omega level mutant.
Yeah. That was tight. I love that show. I'm gonna go back and watch it.
It was a good show. It was very good, you know. I really like Jubilee in this one too.
Yeah, she did more. She did more. I liked her in this one too. But you know, I'm excited for the second season. I hope it doesn't take 2 years for it to come out. Yeah. Especially the way it ended.
Yeah, I need it now.
Way it ended.
I need it now.
I was like, when Fool said Ansaba Nor, I said, that's Apocalypse.
I was like,
I said, I know. What are we doing there? That's Young Apocalypse.
But
it's weird. Like half the team is like in the past, and the other half is in the future.
Oh, it's just Jean and Cyclops.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then everybody else is in the past or missing. So I was just like, dang.
But then, anything else aside from the last thing I feel like we're gonna talk about, we're gonna leave for last.
The 90s show.
Oh, new season of the 90s show. Yeah, you know it's gonna be more episodes, right?
Oh, really?
This is only mid-season. I looked it up. I was like, it can't just end like that. 8 episodes. They're gonna drop the other episodes in October.
Dog, I don't want to wait until October.
I mean, it's July, bro. Relax. It's like around the corner. It's not that good.
August, September. All right, dog. I had nothing to watch, dog.
I ain't have nothing to watch either, but I started watching.
So I was very funny.
It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny.
I was laughing at it.
It's like, pretty campy, but it's funny.
It's funny. I found it funny. I was like, damn.
But they didn't bring back any of the other characters like Kelso, Jack. Like they didn't come back this season. I mean, they might come back in the second half of the season, but it's pretty good.
Maybe Kelso and Jackie got divorced again. I don't know. They were like, isn't it like 5 times or 3 times they got married?
I don't effing know. All I know is that they stayed doing the Fez character dirty. Did him dirty in the original series, and I thought it ended great. Well, I mean, not really, because
I didn't like how
he ended up with the girl that went through everyone in the group.
Yeah.
And no offense to anyone, but I'm like, he got their leftovers.
I didn't like that when in the beginning, like when I watched it, I was like, really, Fez? Like,
yeah,
it just felt out of place.
Especially since he was after her for like the whole series.
Yeah,
and then like for them to like have them get divorced just so Kelso and Jackie can get back together and then have a kid, so they can have a Kelso on the show. He could have, like, come on, he could have been a Fez. He didn't have to be a Kelso. But I like the show. It's entertaining. I mean, these kids are really young, though. I feel like.
Yeah.
But I don't really have much more to say about
I did like
Senate
that
and show.
episode of the Hot Topic one
I
when
didn't
we
know Hot
meet
Topic was so old.
what's his name, the dude who likes Donna as well,
Yeah. He looks
and he's like, "You're a
old,
foreman."
bro.
He's like, "You're a foreman."
He looks so old. I didn't know he was so little. Cause I'm short, but I didn't know he was that short.
Yeah, he does look short, short. Like,
And
no,
he's
but that had me laugh. He said, "Eric, you related to Eric Foreman? I loathe that guy.
nah. The part where
He
his
stole
belly
my
button
Donna."
was get an infection, his belly button ring.
Oh, I like the end part where Leia's like, "Yes, my dad is Eric Foreman, and he is smashing my mom, and he doesn't even have to ask for it." That had me laughing. And he breaks down. He's like, "No." That had me laughing right there.
Anything else aside from after? I don't think. I mean, we talked about Loki before, right? Did we do a Loki episode?
We did do a Loki
We did do a
episode.
Loki episode. I think that was pretty good. I'm excited for that Loki figure though.
Oh, the
That I'm keeping.
storyteller?
Yeah, I ain't getting rid of that. That's too good. I'm keeping that. Um, I guess we can talk about the Acolyte. I hate it. Point blank.
Damn it, just straight off. Can't stand the show.
I mean, they're
Get it on my
okay.
face.
So I like parts of it. You know, I think I like Soul's character. I think it was pretty cool. I like Kamir. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. I like his character, and I liked Jackie. But spoiler alert, they killed her off. I'm glad they killed Yord off. I actually like yelled out yes when Kamir broke his neck.
That's crazy.
Because he was pissing me
That's
off, bro. I don't know why the
crazy.
character was blowing me. I think it's also because I know that the actual human being that plays the character doesn't really know his Star Wars lore correctly.
Yeah.
I think that
I
kind
know
of
what you're
also
talking about.
blew me.
I saw the interviews, yeah.
I mean, I would never
And
want anything to happen to him in real life, obviously.
yeah,
It's all
yeah, yeah.
make believe
No,
stuff.
I thought it was like so. I don't know. I feel like when you're doing a role that has a lot of history to it, at least you should know a little bit, like just the basics.
Right? Yeah. Just I
And
mean,
he like that dude was just like I saw the interview because everybody was talking, but everybody was like roasting the interviews or like the things they did, like all the cast. And I was just like, dang, they really don't know anything.
yeah.
They
The
just out here saying whatever they want.
the thing about the show is like, okay, setting aside what some people don't like about it, right? Saying that they're trying to be woke and they're trying to do this, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna put those things to the side. I'm
Mm-hmm.
never gonna touch those things because I don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
I think as a show, character, story, writing, everything, it's in my opinion. I'm not a writer. I'm not an actor. I'm not a director. But I know what I like, right?
Yeah.
It is lacking in my opinion. I don't think a lot of the acting in it is good. I think that the fact that they're changing Star Wars lore bothers me. Um, not to a degree where I'm gonna be like, oh, I hate the show just because of that. It's just a combination of a lot of things, right? I don't like the way it's edited. I don't like the way it's cut. Like it irritates me how each episode ends abruptly. Like
Yeah.
that's it. Like I don't I personally don't like when episodes end like that. One or two episodes, like they may end with a cliffhanger or whatever. That's fine. But when they end abruptly like that, yeah, I just don't like how the episodes end abruptly. I think some of the decisions that some of the characters make is kind of whack. I told you on Friday, I was laughing my ass off at how some of these people are like. Did you watch that podcast?
I
The live
did.
stream?
Yeah. I did. I watched the majority of it.
What'd you think? Did you agree with some of the things they were saying? I feel like some of them were being a little extra, but I agreed with a lot of the stuff that they were saying. Just about episode 5 specifically.
Because my thing is, apart from like the acting that you say, and like the writers and whatever message they trying to do with this. Um, my biggest thing is like the narrative of the story. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like it not even the narrative. It's like the facts. Like
It's just crappy
what's
writing, bro.
like what do you mean? What's the dude's name? The tall head, Kian Mundi.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
How is he there?
Right?
Like, I think that's the biggest issue to me. Like, wait, this doesn't make any sense. Like,
And then the stuff that people did want to watch, you cut out. Like I wanted to see the Wookiee fight as a Jedi.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But then they cut it out, oh, because of budgeting. Bro, your
hmm
budget is twice the budget of Kenobi. And trust me, I had my issues with Kenobi, some like issues with
hmm
Kenobi, but the fight between Kenobi and Darth Vader made it up. And
hmm
seeing Darth Vader use the Force the way he did, I was like, damn. When he pulled that ship down and tore that door open off the ship, that was pretty badass. And when he dragged Kenobi through the fire, you know, there are certain things, story beats and stuff that I like. All right, that's pretty cool. But in this show, I'm not gonna say I don't enjoy anything. Like I really enjoy when I see Soul and when I see Kamir and when I used to see Jackie. But then there are other people like and I'm almost kind of even afraid to say it because people it's
hmm
not that people listen to our podcast anyway, but I want everyone to be like, you know, saying it's a race thing. And like it's not a
hmm
race thing, you know. But the chick Amandla, I don't remember her last name. I really was excited to see her in this role. And I'm kind of disappointed like how she played the role out. Especially since she's playing two different characters. She plays both of them the same.
Okay, the one thing I hated about that was that they did the old twin switcheroo.
Exactly.
Like,
And then,
like that,
then,
like that, like
okay,
from a
so they do
narrative
the
aspect.
twin switcheroo, but wouldn't you think that Soul will be able to sense that that's not Osha?
Yeah, I was like, so he's gonna be like, one, she has this big mark on her forehead, right?
Exactly.
Like,
So it's just stupid things like that that blow me. Like, trust me, in Kenobi, when he put the little Leia under that trench coat, walking through all of those Imperial soldiers, and that was dumb. Like that's really
yeah,
dumb, you know, story writing. But like
yeah.
these things, it's kind of like I really was excited about this show, and I swear, unless I'm misremembering, this was like a dark side show, like about the Sith.
That's exactly what that's what I remember when it was first like
Right. And then
introduced,
they're like then now
and
they're saying,
then
"Oh, it's not about the Sith. It's not about the Sith." Because now that Kiara Mundi is in it and in the prequels he's like there hasn't been a Sith for 1,000 years. Like now you don't want to make it about a Sith because now you messed this. You know what I mean? So it's little things like that that's kind of irks me.
and it's
Um
also like how he's like, oh, we're not gonna tell the Grand Council.
that's the other thing, bro. It's like you're the Jedi. And then you're going to tell me Yoda is alive around this time. He's on the
Yeah,
council. Yoda doesn't sense anything.
or like not even like what's happening to the Jedi, like to the Jedi Masters, but like the fact that the twins were born at first, like a disturbance in the Force or anything like that.
Well, I
Like,
mean, we can argue and say, you know, Yoda is not the end all be all because he didn't sense anything about Anakin. You know what I
true,
mean?
yeah,
He didn't sense that, you know, the Sith were back with Palpatine. That's because
hmm
Palpatine was using the Force to hide it.
yeah,
I don't think this dude Kamir is using the Force to hide his presence. You know, and it's so random how like these witches create these two girls. It's just like it's too close to Anakin's origin story. You know,
yeah.
like I don't know, man. Like I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to pick and yes, I am picking and choosing of what I like. I'm not gonna say that, even though earlier I did say I hate it. I'm not gonna say it's all complete trash. There are things of it that I'm pulling that I do like. Like I said, Soul, Jackie, Kamir slash the Stranger. Like I like where that's going. Like the last episode was pretty cool because of the lightsaber
hmm
duels, and people were even pointing like stuff out in the lightsaber duels that didn't make sense. And I'm like, I noticed it, but I chose to ignore it. You know, and there were some things that I didn't even
Yeah.
notice until they said it, and I'm like, oh, that's true. I didn't even notice that. Where the hell was Saul that whole time that he was fighting and Kamir was murking all these other Jedi?
hmm
You know, it's like like in just some decisions in storytelling. Like for example, I thought it was cool that Jackie was standing her own up against Kamir, but she's a Padawan. How does she stand her ground so so well against him as opposed to the other Jedi masters or
That
Jedi
just got
Knights?
washed.
They
They
got
got
trashed, washed,
washed.
demolished, and it was
They
like
got
3-on-1, 4-on-1
got
because Yord was there.
they got the forced and least treatment. That's what they
They
got,
sure
dog.
did. They sure
They
did. They sure
really
did.
did. I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
ah.
So and like those things didn't make sense. Like story wise, I would have sent Jackie and Osha to the ship, and I would have had Yord, who is a more experienced Jedi, fight Kamir 1-on-1 and give him that like okay, make him look like he
Mhm,
was a powerful
mhm.
Jedi. Kamir killed him so much faster than he did Jackie that I was like, you're pitiful. You
Yeah,
suck. You
that
know,
was his
it took
Padawan,
3
dog. He
lightsaber stabs
lost.
to kill Jackie, and Yord he just broke his neck, broke his arm, and then broke his neck.
He said, "Bada bop, boom, pow."
I'm just like, that sucks. I mean, don't get me wrong, the lightsaber duels and all that stuff that was cool, but then I watched it back and I was just like, what's going on? What like that don't make no sense to me. And then there were other
Yeah.
things that I didn't catch that people caught, like when he threw the lightsaber and it cut the trees, and the trees fell the wrong way. It's like little things like that I don't notice. But it's like, oh yeah, they did fall the long way. Gravity
my
would
my
have pulled them
favorite
this way.
thing is the funny thing where it's just like a Jedi does not pull their lightsaber until they need to defend themselves, and it's like every Jedi using their lightsaber to cut a door.
I mean, that's also true.
I was
and,
like,
and
I thought
and
that was
then like
funny.
I'm look, listen. I think one of the reasons too why I like Soul is because I appreciate that the real person who plays Soul likes Star Wars so much and wanted to be a part of it that he learned or went and took English classes to play this role. And that made me like his character a little more because of the effort that the real person playing the character took for the role.
Squid Games,
You know, I didn't even know he was from
Squid
Squid Games. That I
Games,
haven't watched Squid Games. I heard it was really good,
Squid Games.
but I was just like,
He's the main character in Squid Games. Squid
oh,
Games.
okay. Like when I say I want to buy a figure of a
Mhm.
character, it's because I like the character,
Mhm.
and I really do want a Soul and Kamir figure, and put them both fighting together because when they started their hand to hand combat, that was really good.
Oh, I wasn't
That was
expecting
really
it. I'll be
I
honest
wasn't
with you.
expecting. That was
I
really
was just
dope.
like, whoa, they got hands, yo.
Yeah, yeah. Like so, the one thing I don't agree that people have been saying like martial arts shouldn't be in Star Wars. Why not?
Yeah.
That's pretty freaking cool. Like you seeing the way because then they compare it to how Luke fought Vader. I'm like, listen, you gotta understand, there haven't been Jedi in years, so Luke is fighting how he can and with what the little bit of time that he had with Yoda and what he learned. So he doesn't know how to fight like a full fledged Jedi would have fought in during the High Republic or even during the prequels. You know what I mean? So why
Hmm.
can't there be martial arts during the High Republic time?
If I remember correctly, because the old Republic game, you have different classes,
Yeah.
and there's one that's like I think for Jedi, I think it's like you're more force sensitive than like lightsaber,
Mm-hmm.
and you could do like different force techniques in the combo.
Mm.
Like you can actually like stun them. Like it's a close move and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So that's why I was just like,
Like I mean that's what I'm saying.
I
Like
could do that in the game. So
yeah,
why is that an issue? Like,
exactly.
and I can, and then not only that, but I can definitely see martial arts being a part of like
It's
Jedi
freaking
training.
sort
Like,
of. First of all, Angelo brought up a good point. Star Wars is heavily influenced by like old samurai movies.
mm-hmm,
Samurais fight with swords, but they also have their own form of martial arts.
mm-hmm.
I don't, you know, I don't know
That's what
what
I'm
it's
also saying.
called,
I'm
but
like, I
it's
can
like
see it.
there are certain things that I just don't agree with the fandom and how like
Mm-hmm.
they're nitpicking certain things. But there are other things that I do agree with. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that don't make no sense. Yeah, that was dumb. Yeah, okay. And to be fair, like the acting in it is not really all that great. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, like Amandla, I don't remember her last name. I was expecting more with her acting, not really feeling it. It absolutely has nothing to do with her race. Moses Ingram in the Kenobi show. I think she did great. I think she did good with what she was given. I don't think her character was written all that well, but I feel like she delivered,
Oh no, don't get me wrong.
and
Her
I liked
character
her
was
acting.
bad,
You know what I
like in
mean?
terms of like
But when
written,
people
but
start
like
talking
her performance was like I felt it. You know what I mean? Like
in Kenobi,
yeah,
yeah, I thought it was good.
like
And
she did a good job. You know, like it's like one part is like the actor's perspective, and then also like the writing direction or writing the storyline of it. And there's so much someone can do.
yeah.
Like I
So like,
think the difference between these two is like Obi-Wan, you kind of had better. You had a better not director, but a better storyline. More characters
well, it's because these are
made
characters
sense.
that we know of, right? Even though they did introduce some new characters, but we know
Yeah.
Leia, we know Luke, we know Darth Vader, we know Kenobi, we know
Mm-hmm.
the Luke's
Inquisitors,
uncles and all that stuff. We know of the Grand
the
Inquisitor.
Grand
You know what I
Inquisitor.
mean? Like I'm okay with Star Wars introducing new characters. Like if you want a franchise to continue and live on, you have to
Yeah.
introduce new characters. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I don't. I think my biggest issue with Star Wars, Disney Star Wars overall, and I heard someone say this, and like they hit the nail on the head with it. It's like you are diminishing the legacy Star Wars characters that George Lucas created to bring up your characters that you create, right? And like it shouldn't have been done that way. Because in the prequel, not the prequels, the sequel trilogy, they kill
Mm-hmm.
off Han, they kill off
Mm-hmm.
Luke. Unfortunately, they killed off Leia because of
But
uh
yeah, Catherine Fisher.
yeah, because of
Unfortunately
her
passing. Yeah.
passing.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, but it's like, why did you kill Luke off? You didn't have to die. Why did you kill Han off? Well, I think they killed him off because Harrison Ford was like, I'm done with it. But Luke, really, come on. Sure, what he did was pretty badass, but you didn't have to kill him off. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah. Speaking of that, they added the new kyber crystals
at Disney.
and at Disney. So you know how I got the black one.
Uh huh.
So they basically made series two, including like more characters and more voice lines and updated stuff like
Uh
that.
huh.
So like, and the blue side now there's actually a rare crystal now because there was only like the dark side one. There was only the black kyber crystal. So now they've added a blue kyber crystal with a red core.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's Kylo Ren. It's Ben Solo,
Oh, okay.
and it's him talking about like, oh, I have to commit to like it's pretty cool. And I was like, I want that. And then there's also like a red crystal with a blue core
That was so
that's
random,
supposed to
bro.
be
That
yeah.
was so random. I didn't know where you were going with it.
No, because you were talking about the sequels, and I was just like, oh yeah, they just did that.
Oh,
And it's like 1 out of 100, and you know me, I'm gonna just buy like two and pull it on the first try.
I hate you.
I didn't text him that whole vacation, just that one photo.
Anyway,
But yeah,
so
I
yeah, I
mean, like,
mean,
it's not
today's
even that.
episode.
I feel like
Go ahead.
the no, I was just saying like the one thing I feel about like the acolyte that it also suffers from is that the people don't know the material
Mm-hmm.
and they're just like
It feels that way.
and they're like yeah this is how it is this is how and then they double down on it. I think that's the other part. They're like yeah this has always been Star Wars and I was just like
Yeah, I don't like the way they're treating him, bro. I'm just like, you
would
guys
you
suck.
that guy shouldn't even be born here.
That
That
hurt.
guy's name's listed as Cad Mundy or whatever his name is. He shouldn't be born technically.
Yeah, man. Some of that stuff it was just kind of it really irritated me.
And I'll be honest, I thought the whole witch's perspective was kind of interesting because it's like another element to it. Like
Mm-hmm.
we've seen a little bit like more recently in Star Wars media, like especially with Cal Kestis and Fallen Order. We start
Right,
seeing a bit of
the
like
witches of
the
Dathomir and
witches
all
of
that stuff.
near.
Like I
We
said,
saw a little bit in
yeah.
Clone Wars, but like now we're like touching up, and I was actually kind of excited for that. I was like, oh,
And even with
we're gonna see
Ahsoka,
more.
the witches.
Mm-hmm.
There's more witches of Dathomir in a whole other galaxy. How the hell did they get
Yeah,
there? I don't effing know.
how they
But
get there,
like,
and then they kind of went with this whole different approach about things, and it's just like.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm still trying to get. Like I said, I'm pulling the things that I do like, but there are things that I don't like. There are things that I
Yeah.
don't like, and it's just let's talk about May. Let's talk about her. Let's talk about her
Mhm.
character. I don't like how she just switched up so fast. She was on this
Mhm.
mission to kill these Jedi, and then literally from one scene to another, she switched her mind. Nope, nope, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not going to turn myself into the Jedi, and my sister's alive, and she's what matters to me the most. How you try to kill her when y'all was kids?
Mhm.
Explain that to me. People can argue and say, well, yeah, but then when she thought she was dead, now that she knows she's alive, and blah 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 blah. Cool, whatever. I give you that. But then the next episode, after she said she was going to turn herself into the Jedi, a Jedi was trying to arrest her. She was resisting.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make any sense. And then now, who knows what the f she's going to do in today's episode? Because today's episode 6, and she's with Saul. Is she going to try to kill Saul? She bipolar?
And
Like, I don't
I
understand.
mean, that's still my other thing. Like he didn't notice that. Like
The big ass thing on her forehead. Yes, I know. It's like you can suspend like certain things in movies, like suspend certain disbelief and just be like, it's a movie. I get it. But
Mhm.
there's
Mhm.
just there
Mhm.
are certain things that's kind of like, come on, get out of here. Like, there's just too many.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, man. I feel like I don't know how many episodes there are left. How many episodes does the season have? Because they're talking about season 2, and I'm like, season 1 is not even good.
I thought they said they canceled it.
Season 2 when?
Yeah, didn't they? I could have sworn they said, you know what? Or like Disney's in talks of like just.
Really? Because I feel like it was just last week where um hold on, I'm looking it
It
up
has
right
8
now.
episodes.
Oh, it's only 8 episodes?
Yeah, so we're on episode what? 6?
Yes, today's episode 6.
Dang.
I mean, this thing has to end on a banger, though. I see here an article, some promising news about the Acolyte season 2. I mean, if there's a season 2, I'm gonna watch it. You know,
Mhm.
just like I'm watching season 1. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna watch it. It's just I'm just not happy with it.
Yeah.
You know, like Loki season 2 was freaking great. I love Loki season 2. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say anything bad about it. I don't even think that. I mean, not that I can think of off the top of my head. Like, if I go back and watch season 2, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay. Like season 1, I thought it was okay. I think we talked about it in one of our earlier podcasts, and I was like, season 1 of Loki, it was all right. Season 2,
Yeah.
freaking fantastic. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I liked it way better than season 1. Maybe that
Mhm.
might be the case with season 2 of the Acolyte. I don't know,
I mean,
but
it could be.
as
We don't
far
know.
as
But
far
yeah.
as like overall as a whole package, I would say, like, if I had to give it a rating, like 1 out of 5, I'd probably give it like 1.5. And the only reason
Mm.
why I'm giving it 1.5 is because they have Soul, they have
Yeah.
Kamir,
Come here and so yeah. I think
you
that's
know.
their surprisingly the leading
Yeah.
factor
And
for it right
then
now.
the other character that I did like, you kill her.
Yeah.
The other character that I didn't like, I didn't care that he died, and I was kind of glad he died. He kind of went out like a wimp too. It's just that, see, just saying that is kind of like, how did Jackie put up a better fight against Kamir than Yorda did? He's the Jedi Knight. She's the
How
Padawan.
you gonna lose, dog? How you gonna
And
lose?
Jackie was 1-on-1 with
Yeah.
Kamir. 1-on-1. So what? She had 2 lightsabers. That doesn't matter. And I think it was in that previous episode, she was practicing with a freaking stick.
Mhm.
So if they had alluded that she was like at least proficient with 2 lightsabers, I would have bought it. They didn't even like allude to that a little bit. I mean, a
Yeah, she
little
was
bit.
just Because from what we see her in the beginning too, she's like, I think she's just got into the Padawan thing.
Probably. I mean, I don't know, but ay Dios, 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 Dios. I hope that there's only 3 more episodes left, so hopefully they save it. But episodes 1 through 5, not great. But 5 was better. It's the best one so far though, because the lightsaber duels, they were pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, they were pretty dope. But then when you go back and watch it, it's like, wait, where's Soul? Then you start catching little things, and I was like, wait, where was Jackie? You know?
Where are these guys at?
Yeah. So it's like,
Wait a minute.
because
This ain't adding up.
they all got knocked out together,
Yeah.
all of them. And then you can maybe have the argument of, what's the other thing that pissed me off? So freaking May got stunned, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she got, like, OSHA stunned her, and she was out.
Yeah.
Not even 5 minutes. Soul got stunned by the same weapon, and he was stunned for far longer.
It's because he's old.
It's just, it doesn't make any sense.
He's
man.
old.
Doesn't make any sense. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see today's episode. We see how that goes. I don't know if we'll have another podcast anytime soon, but
we'll do these every quarterly year,
every quarter, one podcast every quarter. Sheesh.
Yeah.
That's wild. But I mean, those are my only thoughts about Acolyte. I don't know if you have any other closing.
No, I think I'm on the
sentiments about the
same.
show.
The only thing is we'll have to see, because I was like, the story with the twins, I was sort of interested. I was like, okay, they're this new anomaly, if you would call them, or like they're special in some kind of way. But
It's just the acting is so bad.
also, I think because I saw the interviews and they kind of pushed me away from the show, where I'm like, oh, okay.
Honestly, I had the opposite effect with Amandla. I was so excited to see her portray her character, because in her interview, she looked so excited, right, for the show. And I was like, oh, cool. Then, if she was this excited, maybe it might be good or whatever. But I was just kind of left disappointed, because she's literally playing both characters the same. The only difference is one is saying, I won't kill Jedi. The other one is saying, I will kill Jedi.
I'll do it.
And then she switches up and she's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to turn myself in. And then it's like, she sees she's about to get arrested. I don't want to go to jail.
Oh, hell no.
I don't know. It's just like inconsistencies with like character development.
Or at least she should at least help them,
Right. Exactly.
Like,
well, you know what? I would say no to that. The only reason why I would say no to that is because I wouldn't help if I was in her case, because I'd be like, oh, he's murking them. And these are full-fledged Jedi. I'm going to stay my ass away. That's the only reason why I wouldn't help. He took 4 of them out by himself. He killed the one that looked like Pope Loon, and then he killed the other male and female one, and he cut Yord in the leg with the lightsaber. Which, when you think about it, I don't know if he used Force Heal or what, but he was running away with OSHA like nothing happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
He limped for like 2 seconds and then stopped limping after that.
He said, "Ah!"
Use
got out of there.
Force, Yord. Use the Force.
Yoda from a distance. Use the Force, you must.
Yeah, but I mean, that's all I gotta say about it. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Let me see what's coming up. Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm looking forward to that, but I'm gonna keep my expectations low just because I don't want to get disappointed. But I am.
Are you gonna get the popcorn bucket?
No, hideous ass looking popcorn bucket. Ew. You'll be in Mexico when it comes out, right?
Yeah, I'll be in Mexico when it comes out.
So then it'll probably be me, Angelo, and Dexter. I don't know. Dexter's not really big on going to the movies, but I don't know.
He might go because I think he might want that popcorn bucket.
Shut up. the hell out of here.
Look into your heart. You know it to be true.
Get out of here.
He gonna be like, which one to buy? Why not both?
But let me see. We're at an hour and a half. This probably might be the longest podcast we have recorded.
He's gonna be like, hold the popcorn. Just add extra butter.
Ugh. And I think with that, we'll end it. If anyone is listening to this, thank you for joining us.
You're still listening to this. Thank you.
Thank you. I know it's been a while. I don't know when's the next time we'll record one. Because I don't know. I told Ricardo, you want to take over with Dexter because your schedules align a little more than you and mine. But I'm on vacation this week. Ricardo's actually at work. We won't say where you're working, but he's at work.
Hard work.
That's what it was.
Hard work.
That's what it was. Anyway, I think we'll end it there. Thank you, everyone. Hopefully we'll have another podcast episode out sometime in the near future. Maybe after Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't know.
Maybe.
Or maybe.
Actually,
you know what?
We gotta. Yeah.
Oh no, you'll be in Mexico, I think.
What?
For the finale of the Acolyte.
No. Isn't it supposed to end in like July something? July 8th, I think. I don't know.
When do you leave?
The 17th.
Isn't the 17th like in the middle of the week?
Yeah.
July 17th is on a
Wednesday.
Bro. July 7th. Look, yeah. The last episode is July 16th. If it's only 8 episodes, today's the 6th episode.
We gotta do this. We gotta do the podcast the same day.
At 10 o'clock at night.
10 o'clock at night.
And I have the boys that week too, so that's definitely not happening because you have Ben and Ezra in the background. I'm making all this noise. So we'll probably do a podcast when you get back from Mexico. So at that point, we might as well do the Acolyte finale and Deadpool and Wolverine.
And then we'll have Dexter to review his popcorn buckets.
Get out of here. Bye. All right, everyone. Thank you. Peace.